Oh, hang on.
There we are. There we are. Right, Badger?
All right, Butcher. Yeah. Anyway, so welcome to week 5. We've made it, guys. We've made it. Boom. Bang. And this show is sponsored by Stereo.
So check out the link in the description. This
Is
the
news. Is it good that we made it? I think it is. Again,
of course it's good.
but it's just lightning quick.
Yes.
What's happening?
It's gone even quicker this week.
I know.
It gets quicker and quicker. Hopefully, on February the 22nd, when Boris says, yeah, let's go, back to work, back to school, pubs open.
Yeah. It's not gonna happen.
No.
Is it? I just want a haircut.
So do I.
You need one, actually.
Yeah, I know.
You've gone for a little comb over this.
Thank you for noticing it. Yeah. Do you like it?
I think it actually looks more natural with your...
What do you mean more natural?
Yeah, more natural than the last one.
Okay, right, yeah.
It's less McCartney, more Potter.
Right, should we have some news, Chris?
Let's get in it.
News. Now, obviously, Chris, you wouldn't have seen this because you're banned from social media, or most forms of social media, but absolute uproar this week on the internet. The internet went absolutely mad for it because of Trackday Prices. Now, Trackday Prices have seen a hike. There was a letter from Mr. Jonathan Palmer. I don't know whether it was leaked or whether Mark Neat from No Limits, or who runs No Limits, put it on the internet, but he's basically put the letter from Jonathan Palmer to Mark on Facebook, and Trackday addicts went absolutely mad for it. It's a tough one, really, isn't it? On the one hand, MSV have lost millions of pounds, and on the other hand, why are they charging an extra 30, 40 quid for a track day? I don't know.
To be honest with you, I would pay well in excess of 30 quid to even be allowed to go and do a track day right now.
True. True, yeah.
It's kind of a bit of a storm in a teacup, really. It's justifiable. I think I can see the reasons why. Obviously, it's not ideal, but you know, them's the times. Don't blame them. Blame the government.
You know, originally Cadwell was 99 quid on a Friday, and now it's 130 quid.
So Jonathan Palmer Sport, they
Yes.
own MSV, right?
Jonathan Palmer owns MSV.
Okay, and so it's just the MSV tracks?
Yes, that was the letter for MSV tracks.
Okay.
Yeah, but there will be
Silverstone, etc. They're just going to follow suit, aren't they?
Well,
While they're doing
MSV have got their feet in the doors of Silverstone anyway, so
right. Okay.
it won't be long before Palmer has that as well.
Yeah, I mean it is disappointing, but I mean, I'm just desperate to ride a bike on a track, so you've just got to dig deep, I think, and find.
You say that, but I mean, people are struggling everywhere. Like the working man in the track day paddock, they're struggling to find.
Agreed, but if you're struggling to feed your kids, don't go on a track day.
Or don't feed your kids.
Or just don't feed the kids.
Yeah.
Or sell the kids. Put them to work. In fact, chimney sweep. I need one. Remaining on the internet, there's been more uproar.
Oh, yes.
More, can you believe it, uproar on the internet. And this is related to a certain red machine, or two of them, for Jack and Pecco. So these are the new GP bikes for 2021.
Yeah.
And everyone says they're gross. What do you think, Ali?
I like them. I like them. But there is this is a racing prototype. This is a Grand Prix machine that is designed to please the stopwatch and not the showroom. And that is the biggest kind of point here. I said on Twitter, which again caused massive uproar, people, you're not allowed opinions, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure Gigi Dall'Igna is absolutely going beside himself at home, worrying what social media thinks of a race-winning bike, or potentially a race-winning bike.
Yeah, potentially.
If it's winning races,
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, no.
And I think, I mean, a Formula One car looks pretty ugly. Doesn't look like a road car either.
Yeah.
But all the little bits of aero and stuff are on it for a bloody good reason.
Yeah.
You know, those multi-million-pound editions of development are designed to get an extra thousandth of a second round a lap. So you've got to push the boundaries. So I'm all for it. And I don't think it looks that bad. It's not like, oh, I wouldn't buy that. If it turned up out there, I'd be like, I'm getting on that to the shops.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Well, we don't know yet.
Well, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with its looks. It could look. Look, I get what people are saying.
Yeah.
Suzuki looks very pretty, and a classic bike, but and they managed to win it last year. But I don't know.
And that KTM that was released today, Petrucci's Tech 3 KTM. Oh my word, that is something else. And incidentally, Red Bull Cola or whatever, Red Bull energy drink, the sub brand of Red Bull, pulled out from Tech 3 last year. So essentially, Tech 3 had no money for this year. So KTM went, oh, you know what? Let's go full factory. So they are completely orange.
I didn't know that. Are they?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the factory team.
So and Oliveira's still in.
No, Oliveira's the factory team with
Binder. Okay. And Espargaro has gone on to
Honda, Repsol Honda.
Yeah. Okay.
And while we're on Repsol Honda, have you heard the news, Chris?
No.
The news. Well, Marc Marquez this week, the doctors say, and I quote here, a further review of Marc Marquez at the Hospital Ruba International 10 weeks after surgery for an infected of the right humerus has confirmed the favourable clinical situation.
Favourable.
So it looks like he might actually start the season. What do you reckon? Is he going to win?
No idea. I mean, last year was an amazing. I mean, disregarding all the nightmares, it was on track. It was a really good season. I really enjoyed it because you just didn't know what was going to happen. It was brilliant. And but I think we've had that now. We've enjoyed it. So let's bring Marquez back.
Yeah. Let's bring the lion back into the
and see what
circus.
happens.
Yeah,
and see what happens. So yeah, I think he'll be hungrier than ever.
Yes, if he's fit, I think he'll win everything. He's like you said, he's hungrier than ever, but it's whether he's fit or not because those bikes are notoriously bastarderous.
Interesting to see what Espargaro.
Hey, Paul. Right. So,
sorry.
After the kind of optimism of December and 2020 in general, 2021 in January, motorcycle sales were down 39.8%. Not surprising, really. Most shops were shut.
Yeah, but I think there's been a lot of massaging of figures across every industry. And today now we're hearing news that GDP has been absolutely crushed. What a surprise! But for some reason they didn't want that in the last year. I don't know why. There's just statistics only exist so people can manipulate them, in my opinion.
Going back to that though, talking of manipulation, December, when you remember, Lex Moto were the top seller. Now it turns out Lex Moto put forward lots of bikes to be pre-registered before Euro 5.
Which Suzuki did as well.
Yes. So in fact,
and they were the top two actually, weren't they?
They were. Yes. Yeah. Funny that.
There you go. Yeah. And that was to do with Brexit issues as well.
Brexit issues as well, but mainly Euro 5.
Yeah.
Obviously, they need to get them pre-registered before January 2021. Hence why all the registrations went out in December 2020. But I mean, apart from that, nothing really of interest. Tricycles went up 15.4%.
Someone bought an extra one.
Scooters were the top selling bikes. Again, no real surprise. But yeah, but on that subject, and this is quite an interesting subject, Piaggio. A lot of people ask how Aprilia afford to go racing in MotoGP with mediocre results and bang average riders. Well, I can tell you.
They're pretty good.
Well, I mean,
they're better than us.
They're better than us, but that's not hard, is it?
No. A bit lighter anyway.
Well, we'll get to that later, shall we? Yeah. But Piaggio, yes, they were the biggest selling brand in Europe in 2020 with just over 14% of the market share. So that is.
And this is all the European cities, Parisians, Italians, particularly in Rome, like chowing on their little scooters with the bird on the back.
But I mean, can you imagine like all the Japanese manufacturers teaming up and going, oh yeah, Japan won? Because that's essentially what it is. You got Piaggio, Moto Guzzi, Aprilia, all of those brands under one brand, all of those bikes under.
I think the overall message, and this isn't just connected with this statistic, you have to look at statistical growths and losses over a wider range of time. So, and that is particularly useful right now. But anyway, let's
But I will say just quickly though, of that 14%, a lot of those bikes are going to be Piaggios.
Yeah.
They don't sell many Aprilias worldwide.
No. The one and Aprilia, it's such a shame because it's almost pointless reporting the price of an RSV4 because we always even when we were still at the track with the brand new RSV4, some UK dealers had already marked £3,000 off it.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh yeah. So what's the point? Like, what's the point of Aprilia saying, look, it's 22 grand. It's 22 grand. Okay, yeah, buy it. And then they just go, oh no, well we'll sell one, and we'll sell it for 18. But yeah, so that 22 grand bike is actually an 18 grand bike, which makes it the cheapest bike on test last year.
Yeah, true. Didn't think about that.
No. And it was the only one that didn't break at all.
Yeah, very true. Yeah. God, you're clever, aren't you?
Sometimes. And we move on now to a gorgeous pair of beasts. So this is MV Agusta's announcement of their latest 3-cylinder bikes. So this is the new Brutale and the new Dragster RR. We put some posts on Facebook, Insta and Facebook the other day. Beautiful. Like, gorgeous, wonderful bike. And I mean, I liked it and I like MV, but you absolutely, you would have hammered it.
That MV Agusta, to give it its full name, MV Agusta Dragster RR SCS RC. That is one of the most striking bikes I've ever seen. I'll go as far as that. Boothie has some more info, so.
Great. Boothie, by the mattresses, down by the bogs.
By the smackdown. Boothie?
Yes, hi boys. No, unfortunately I've been kicked out of Smack Alley, so I'm back here by the shed. And yes, MV Agusta have, just last week, unveiled the new 800 triples, the Brutale and the Dragster. Both models come with a smattering of new parts in the engine, a brand new electronic suite with a new dash, and a chassis that's slightly more rigid than the last one. The Dragster and Brutale both come in a Rosso version that's only got 112 brake horsepower. It can be made into an A2 license friendly model. The RR is the basic full power version, and the RR SES is the same as that but with a smart clutch system. The smart clutch, or recluse clutch as you might have heard them being called, is a device that lets you stop and start the bike whilst you're in gear without pulling the clutch in manually. The RR SCS RC comes with forged wheels, loads of carbon fibre and an optional race kit to take the standard 140 brake horsepower to up to 150. Back to the studio.
So again, the internet went into another meltdown during the week when the ACU sent a press release and a message to all its members saying that there would be drastic changes for race bikes. And we kind of expected this, didn't we?
Yeah.
So,
I just don't know. Yeah, I mean, carry on with the story, but yeah.
Basically, we have to now pay a fee if we're taking a race bike without a V5. So Wilmington, if you've got a V5, that's okay. But if you haven't got a V5 and it's a competition bike, we will now have to pay a fee to get the bastard into Europe with a carnet and some additional insurance costs as well.
I mean, is it? Yes, I can see how the headline would be manipulated into uproar, like because everyone's gonna. It wouldn't be the V5 detail would have been brushed over in the headline, wouldn't it? And it's just, I think that's why everyone's gone. Oh my God, what? I've got to pay to take my bike out there.
But we shouldn't have to do it in the first place. That's my point.
No, well, we shouldn't because I thought we had a free trade agreement anyway.
I don't know. I give up with that shit. I don't know.
I think this is a teething problem.
Yes,
and
hopefully
it's just
it is
something that's going to be ironed out, and I think someone along the line just wants to make their bit of money now, like most people do.
Michael Barnier.
So yeah, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. And most people, like you and I's, who don't have competition bikes, do have some sort of V5 registered thing. So if you just want to ride over the border through the tunnel, that's fine. Well, it's not obviously now at the moment because you'll be shot. But if you weren't shot and killed for just wanting to travel, then it will be fine to take your motorcycle abroad.
Again, there are more complications because you have to have the green card to drive over. There's just all sorts of absolute rubbish that comes with going to Europe at the moment. And I think the UK track days are looking quite favourable for the early part of March into mid-March and into late March.
I just wouldn't want to do one though. It's too cold.
I can't wait.
It's too cold.
Now, as Chris mentioned earlier in the show at the beginning, this video is brought to you by Stereo. And Stereo is a new app, a new live broadcasting app, and we are on there. and you should follow us. 44 Teeth, Baron Von Grumble. We've already done one show, haven't we? Oh, we've done 2 shows by the time you really.
We've done 2, yeah. And it's actually a really nice format.
Yes.
Because we don't have to be in the same place. So particularly with this lockdown stuff, it means we can do chats with you guys from wherever we are. So that's really helpful. And it means I don't have to put makeup on, get my itchy wig out, and look beautiful for you guys.
It's basically, I mean, a lot of people are asking about podcasts, and we will get around to that eventually. But for the moment, this is a brilliant idea. It's free, it's easy, and you guys can get involved too. You just hit a button and send us
send a voice question. So
yeah.
it's like a voice note on whatever format, like hello.
Yeah.
Who's the fastest rider?
Who is the eggiest out of you two when you've got a hangover?
Well, hang on. Hangover, I will admit, it's definitely me. But outside of a hangover, I think in general life, it's you.
No, mate. You are the king of egg, and you know that deep down.
Well, the thing is, even then, I'm saying this with a smile, and you're saying it with a frown. So I think you've just answered your own question.
I'm smiling. Is the avatar showing me smiling? I'm smiling.
And by the time you read this or watch this, tomorrow night, so Tuesday night at 7 p.m, we will be having a show, especially for you guys.
So tune in. And what we're going to call that show? Do we know?
Don't know yet, but it's going to be good.
Yeah, but by the time you read this, we will know, and it'll already be on there.
Yeah.
So
don't forget to look at the link in the description and download the app right now.
do it.
Now. Well, Chris, I think that's the end of the news.
Is it the end of the news?
It's the end of the news.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah.
No, we're not bye, but
In a minute.
yeah.
So now, on to a very exciting part of the show where last week we started the giveaway of a brand new Arai helmet. Tasty. So this could be any helmet in the range, and what we asked you to do was write us a little anecdotal comment, something that would make us smile and our viewers smile reading through the comments.
Yeah.
So there's been some bangers and some crackers.
And some whoppers.
And some knackers.
And some well, yeah, there was some knackers. But I think we both agreed on this one, didn't we? There was so many, we were like, oh, that one, and one of us was like, no, but that one's better. And this one we both agreed on. And this was from a Mr. Super Dickie Davies, who wrote, a couple driving home run over a badger. They get out and find it still breathing but freezing cold. Husband says, put it between your legs and warm it up. Wife replies, but it's all wet and it stinks. Husband says, well, hold the badger's nose then.
But
And obviously there was the double entendre because of the badger thing last show as well.
Yeah.
It just kind of fitted, didn't it? That was,
yeah, it was definitely a badger week.
Yeah, yeah.
Badger week. It's like on BBC Two, isn't it? Spring Watch.
Badger watch.
And then like a set up like a night cam when it comes out of its hole. I'd watch that.
Anyway, so yes, congratulations, Super Dickie Davis. As ever, you have 7 days, I repeat, 7 days to get in contact with us. So please get in contact via email or private message or anything. I know you have an active YouTube channel and you commented on our videos anyway, so just please get in touch.
But yeah, excellent prize. Well
Excellent
done.
prize.
Excellent. Eccellente.
Buono estente.
Mate, I am never Jaegering again. It wasn't sick that it was bad. It was that I got my penis out and was like...
Oh, and showing my mum.
Yeah, getting the helicopter out.
Yeah, so Christmas Day, Chris rang me and video phone called me on WhatsApp, and my mum and my sister was there, and Chris got his penis out and was doing a helicopter.
Gary got his arsehole.
Oh, Gary got his arsehole out. Sorry, you didn't get it.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, did I?
No, Gary got his arsehole out and was showing my mum. Can you see that? Look at my yawning spider.
And the carriage.
The gooch.
It was all there. Oh, it was like an old mare. Where are we now?
Well, next, Chris, it's...
Show us your growler. We should order the pizza soon.
Yeah.
It's Friday night. I don't want to get too. Don't want them to get too busy.
Well, this week, Chris, we've got a couple of beauty. I say couple. We've got 3 beauties for you. Again, there's so many to choose from. Lots of quality. Lots of quality. So this week we've gone for we'll start off with a 2-stroke, and this is Mike Curran's RGV 250. I know you love 2-strokes, Chris.
That looks very, very nice, and yeah, I do like that a lot.
Couple of twin growlers.
Yeah, the whole 2-stroke thing. It's just the off-road 2-stroke I'm not into because I don't particularly like off-road. But I've never ridden a 2-stroke on the road.
Well, you're missing out. You are missing out.
Okay,
is he missing out?
Well, get me one.
Put it in the comments below. Is he missing out?
Well, it's clear. Obviously, I am.
Yeah.
But just get me one. Get that one.
Mike, get your growler out.
Mike, can I ride your growler?
But yeah, lovely couple of JL growlers on that RGV. That RGV is, I mean, again, nice pick as well. Well presented, Mike.
And a selection of picks.
A selection of picks, yeah. I mean, we're just well done, Mike. Thoughtful. And next up, Chris, we have Edward Bull and his Aprilia Tuono V4 with an arrow growler.
And I know almost exactly what that sounds like.
Yeah.
Because it's exactly the same, pretty much. As that one over there.
I like that old school look of arrow as well, I just like that, yeah.
I went for the one without the little foreskin bit at the top.
Yeah.
So I prefer the sort of round head, one that's had the snip.
Yeah, where this is a Cavalier.
That is a Cavalier, absolutely. Yeah. But, you know, I'm sure the tone is still the same and the flavour. So, yes, that coupled with that sonorous V4 would be a delight to anyone's ears.
Well done, Edward. Thank you. And there is a video, but I can't download it, so thanks. This is John Dale's RSV with, that's a Millie obviously, with a Leo Vinci exhaust. Now I do miss those Leo Vincis, do you?
Not really.
Oh, well, that was a letdown. Proper old school. That bike suits that cam perfectly. Love that.
I tell you what we are missing in this country, which is a reputable exhaust manufacturer based in the UK. We don't really have any, do we? There's a few like eBay specials, but there's no like, oh, that's a lovely premium.
I like Pipeworks for what they do in terms of budget stuff and but in terms of full systems,
top tier. You know. And with all the engineering we have in this country, and like that's why all the F1 teams are based here because we're amazing.
It has to be. Growler of the week has to be for me, Mike Curran's RGV 250.
And I'm going to agree with you.
Well done, Mike. This week's Growler of the week.
We should give a prize away.
We should do, yeah.
Like a really crap egg cup trophy or something. Was that your dummy?
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna
rub it all over my gusset region and just like.
And I would eat it off it.
Would you?
I would. I want one that much.
My mouth's watering now. Excuse me. Every Friday after the show, we have a pizza or a curry.
Well, we haven't had curry yet. We've had pizza every time. So last week I mentioned a little shout-out section for people who may be struggling with businesses, etc. Our fans, and we're one big community, and we want each other to do well. So here we have a selection of shout-outs.
Shout-out.
The first one is from Alex Harvey from I think the company's called With Snap. He is an IT company. It's an IT company. He says, you said in the latest lockdown show you'd be trying to help those most in need. My business has been in the big poo since we started 2 weeks before the first lockdown. What a time to launch a business.
Gutted.
We really need an extra boost to get through this third one, which has put a massive downer on everything. So With Snap, go and check out Alex Harvey's With Snap. IT solutions.
They'll be in the description of this video. What do they do? IT.
Yeah.
Do you think they can help us?
I hope so.
Because we need some IT.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Now this is quite an interesting one, Chris.
Okay.
The owner of Motion. The owner of Motion. Those of you in the Southwest or any ravers UK wide will know Motion in Bristol. It's the biggest venue in the Southwest, over 4,000 capacity. It is an absolute beautiful place. I mean, I spent many.
Have you been absolutely gazebo?
I spent many a night in there licking my own eyeballs. I've had an absolute fantastic time in there. And I couldn't believe I was opening this email and it said, "This is Martin from Motion, the CEO and owner of Motion." And I was like,
Is it definitely the club? It's not like
Definitely.
sort of...
No, it's definitely Martin, and he actually showed me a couple of pictures of his growler as well. But yeah, it's a strange time for anyone in the entertainment business, isn't it?
Well,
the hospitality trade.
Rixie. He
yeah.
started a pub.
Martin also said, obviously, that they've been shut since 2020, and yes, they've received funding, but it's still hard out there and heartbreaking walking around empty venues.
It is heartbreaking, and I just don't understand why we're doing it. Why? Oh God.
Martin also says, let's hope we can hold some outdoor parties this summer. Stay positive, Sue Perkins.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But yes, shout out to Martin, shout out to Motion. If you haven't been to Motion and you're under the age of 60, make sure you get down there. In fact, when it opens, I'll probably be there. I'll be in the corner with my head in a bass bin going.
And shout out to Rixie as well.
Shout out to Rixie, yeah.
He started a pub called Nowhere Special, which is quite a cool name. Where are you going tonight? Nowhere Special? Dudunch. So yeah, you can go and have a Scotch egg and a takeaway. That's in London, but I don't go to London.
You're banned.
I just hate it. It's a fucking shithole.
Shout out.
So the next one is from Mr. J Knees. This was a YouTube comment, and he says, "Hey guys, can you promote my restaurant, Old Frank's Battered Pickles?"
Nice.
Love that name.
Is this real?
This is real. I've googled it. Yeah.
Okay.
Old Frank's Battered Pickles. We are based in Bungay, Norfolk.
Lovely.
Is that how you pronounce it? Bungay?
Don't know.
Bungay.
Bungie?
Bungay.
Bungie.
Bungay. Anyway, and he also put. I liked this one, but Chris didn't. My story. This is an entrant for the Y Arrow competition, and Mr. Janey says, "My story starts on a warm, moist night on the M6 toll. Linda in the booth at the toll plaza is a Tuesday night regular at Big Barry's Bingo, and she always gives me a free ride in her lane. Her bingo wings ripple as she ushers me through the gate. I give her a wink as I pull away on my Steve Stevenson chub boy. I always leave her wanting more."
I do like that one.
Oh.
So no, it's not as good as the smelly,
no.
stinking badger. But
No.
yeah.
But thank you, Mr. Janey's. Yes, shout out to Old Frank's Battered Pickles.
Nice. Do you like pickles?
No.
Last week, you had a bit of a shocker, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Have you recovered from that? Are you
I haven't recovered, but I've made good progress.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
I've lost a whole kilo.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And I've done a lot of. I've listened to all you guys' advice. I've done some strength training. I've done some kettlebells, running,
what?
cycling.
Some what?
Kettlebells, mate.
Kettlebells?
Yes.
What are they?
It's weights.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like dumbbells?
Kind of, but they're kettlebells.
Okay. So you can... What's the kettle there?
It's like a big ball with a handle on.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Like a space hopper?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Got it.
Like a 30-kilo space hopper.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a third of Danny Pedrosa. Well, that's actually a third
It's
of me.
way less than
Yeah,
90
he's half of that.
kilos.
Sorry, half of Danny Pedrosa. Anyway, yes, I had a good week. I lost a whole kilogram. I'm now down to 101.6.
Which is fantastic.
I feel good. I feel really good. Shirt went on. Did my shirt up for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, every week before this, I've had to do his top button up. He's like, "Oh, Chrissy, do you want top button up?" And it's one of those really awkward, like, "Ooh."
But yeah, I've had a great week. How about you, Chris?
I've had a pretty good week as well. It's been very cold here in the UK, so getting outside and exercising has been hard. I did manage to creep out one morning in the Siberian cyberfrost. Cyberfrost? Permafrost. Cyberfrost is like some sort of cold shoulder from an IT nerd. So yes, a little bit of footage here actually. I just wanted to show you how utterly freezing it is. My hands, I don't know if I've got my adventure gloves. My hands are dead, the wind and the ice. It's horrible. And this is what I have to wear. But it'll all be worth it when I have the body of an Adonis. So yeah, it was exceptionally cold, although I did make it out several times. But then this week, I've following on from last week's relaxation on my diet a little bit. Last week we had a pizza after the show.
Yeah.
Had another pizza on Saturday.
Yeah.
Had a McDonald's on Sunday.
Thanks, mate.
And it was only a mini McDonald's. It was like a thing. Anyway, but I too am 101. 1.6.
Yeah. Oh,
So I'm over halfway to my goal weight of 95. I started at 109 minus
Wow.
the trousers, 107. So it's basically I've lost a stone in 4 weeks, 14 pounds.
oh, well done.
Yeah. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Well done, Chris.
Thank you, mate.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Okay.
I don't know what we're going to debate yet.
What pisses you off apart from me? Food?
Prawns.
Is this worthy prawns? Really?
Yeah.
This is what we're debating prawns. Okay. Okay. I haven't thought of it before, but yeah, let's debate prawns.
Let's debate prawns, mate. You can ram them up your ass. Honestly, they are the worst thing in this world. They are the worst food in this world.
Okay. Is that it? But what you got to come on? If you got to give a bit of detail.
Why the hell would you eat a whole thing? Well, except with but you eat its brain and its shit.
No, you don't.
Well, okay, you still eat most of it.
That's what I think of your prawn argument. Smell my prawn. It doesn't actually smell. I'm just being really polite. So that's your gambit, is it? That's your
Gambit, and isn't that another word for prawn?
gambas.
Gambas.
Well, you know. So that's your
It's
gambas.
just wrong, mate. I mean, look, I've had some history with shellfish, and
Is it all shellfish? Or
all shellfish.
Okay.
I'll eat fish,
Yeah.
but I like prawns, lobster, octopus. I mean, that you just ram it all up your ass, mate. I don't care. It's disgusting food. I think I've been scarred mentally. The fact that.
Have you been sick from
Yes.
fish? Okay.
So the first time I ate prawns, I was in Lyme Regis and I bathed all the way down the quay, pretty much,
Where did you buy these prawns from?
from Johnny Banks.
Get out, Johnny!
Johnny! Johnny Banks on the quay, mate. You know what I mean?
Johnny Banks?
sells his prawns on the side. Does a bit of chipping work. You know what I mean? No, but prawns. Yeah, I've been scarred from them, and also I was tricked as a kid into eating what I thought were onion rings, and it was freaking octopus.
Calamari.
Calamari.
Squid.
Squid. The same
Beautiful.
thing. Same thing. No. No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay,
No.
look, each to their own, and I understand if you've been mentally scarred by
Yeah.
certain foods. I get that, particularly if you've been ill, because your brain just goes, no, don't like them. But the older I get, the more I like seafood. The only seafood I really do detest is oysters.
Oh,
they
God.
are.
I mean,
absolutely, they are criminally disgusting.
you're opening up.
No, they're already open.
Okay, they're open, but
Yeah.
you're essentially opening up
Clams.
clams.
And you have to drain the salt water off, because if you don't drain the salt water off, which I didn't do, it's like you eat, you drink, and then it's like you know when you're cycling or working out, you get that like that
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
mucus.
Yeah.
It's basically mucus. However, prawns are delicious,
No.
lobster is delicious, and calamari, and may I also say, shout out to Pizza Express, because they have a wonderful calamari starter.
I just, for the same reason you don't like oysters, that's exactly the same reason I cannot eat prawns and shellfish. I just can't do it.
Okay.
It's revolting. You can, yeah, I win. Oh, I'm sorry, I won that one.
So, well, let's just have a little, do you like shellfish or not? I think it's quite selfish of you to ban shellfish in my presence.
Well, I think you're being rather shilly.
I think you can crab off.
Well, you're a big lobster.
Don't get me in a pincer movement.
I'm clamming up here.
Don't know, more fish puns.
I'm really hungry. Even talking about prawns makes me want to.
Well, I'm going to get tuna on my pizza.
Oh, well. I love fish. I love fish.
And prawns on a pizza is exceptional.
Sorry, that is worse than pineapple. Get in the sea.
Garlic prawns.
Get in the sea.
On a pizza.
You are wrong, mate.
No.
You are left hand thread. Jog on.
Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Get your little shout outs in. Show us your growlers. Stay strong. Keep going. We can do this. We can do this. What was your phrase?
We can do this together.
Hey, Al, what are you wearing?
Thanks for asking, Chris. I'm wearing an official 44 teeth mask, and my glasses are steaming up.
I was going to say, can you appreciate how awkward it is wearing a mask with glasses?
Don't care. You can buy one of these masks for just £8 on 44teeth.com. Go and check them out.
£8 is well cheap.
I know, it's too cheap.
I think it's well cheap.
Too cheap.
A massive thanks to Stereo for sponsoring the show. Don't forget to hit the link in the description and download the Stereo app so you don't miss out on the upcoming show.
What are you doing? Jalopy.
Oh, sloppy jalopy. Oh my God.
Sloppy Giuseppe.
Sloppy